Harun, Kina, thank you very much for being here. I truly appreciate it. There is a big event on the 6th of May, Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands number 6. Can you tell me what can we expect from that event on May the 6th?
Yeah, thanks for having me, by the way. What can we expect? We're gonna expect upcoming fighters, and also two title fights, and yeah, a lot of amateur fighters who showing the signs that they're gonna be good professional fighters in the near future. That's what we're gonna see the 6th of May.
100%. A lot of amateur fighters. We've got the fight Ayub Ogbani against Younes Bonte. We've got Hamid Safi against Nessim. Can you tell me, when you look at those boys, are these the biggest prospects in the organization?
Well, at their weight classes, they are. At the featherweights, you know, Ayub Ayub is a solid ground fighters. So a ground fighter, and Younes Bonte, he's been doing his thing also. There's been a little bit of heat between those two because they were once matched up and for the title, and Younes got injured. So, but it was not fair to cancel the title fight like completely also for Ayub. So we got him in another fight, another decent fighter for the title. So he became the champion, and now Younes is there to take it away from him. And I think Younes is going to be a real threat for Ayub because, like I said, Ayub is a solid ground fighter. I don't think he's really been tested striking wise, and I think this time Younes is gonna Yuna is gonna test him also striking wise because Yuna is also like a solid, complete ground fighter. So yeah, so that's like a very nice fight that I want to see. There's a little bit of heat between those two, so that's always good. And the flyweights we got Nessim. Nessim was third the IMMAF IMAF tournament, European, so that means a lot. And Hamid Safi has been doing his thing at Cage Warriors Lowlands. So those two are like the best from this area. So they're like two belt fights, championship belt fights, two different weight classes, and the best of the game. That's what's going to
So
happen.
we've got two title fights and top talents as you just mentioned. But can you tell me what should these boys do so that they can reach a high level as fighters? Like, obviously these are important fights, but these are amateur level fights. What steps should they take so that they can actually grow and become successful fighters who we can see in the UFC or Bellator or other big organizations?
Well, my advice to everybody: there are no shortcuts. You gotta be patient, and especially as an amateur, take every fight you can. Don't choose opponents. I see coaches and fighters now starting to choose opponents as an amateur. Those are not gonna make it. Just take every fight like these guys been doing. These guys, these belt fights, these championship belt fighters. They've been taking every fight I've been offering them. That's how you can get better, and that's also how you can make a name. You got to take every fight you can, and like I said, there are no shortcuts. You got to do what you. If you have a good coach, do what he tells you to do. You got to do your strength and conditioning. You got to not party. You got to sacrifice stuff to get at that level. But these guys been doing that. I know for sure. I know Ayub has been working hard. I know Younes has been working hard. Hamid and Nessim has been working as hell. They're like focused on their goal, and their goal is like becoming a threat as a professional fighter one day.
Yeah. And can you tell me, now you mentioned there are no shortcuts. You have to take the stairs. There is no elevator to success. It's hard work. You cannot avoid any fights. You need to just do as many fights as possible as an amateur. But can you tell me what are the qualities that the top fighters possess? Like, what do you need to possess so that you can get up there? You said you need to work hard, you need to be dedicated, you cannot skip any fights, you cannot avoid anybody. But what qualities do you need? What should you possess as a fighter to get there?
These days you gotta be, back in the days, everybody was talking like, okay, he's a wrestler, he's the this, he's the jiu-jitsu guy. Those days are kind of over. Of course, a fighter can be like a little bit better in some aspects, but you gotta be a complete fighter. And besides that, you gotta be the mental thing is important. You gotta be mentally, not ill, but you gotta be like you have to be clear what you're doing, and you gotta sacrifice those stuff and not no, you gotta do everything the correct way and not no, you cannot like I said, you cannot like be go party and be a fighter. Is one of the two, You gotta sacrifice those stuff. You dedicate yourself to the sport. Get as much as experience you can get as an amateur, so you can, not head into things as a professional. Just experience everything as an amateur. That's my goal. And besides that, yeah, you gotta have patience and take the stairs, man. That's actually the main thing. And this time, everybody's you just expect that everybody can do anything. Everybody can strike. Everybody can do ground game and wrestle.
Hmm. So basically, you need to be skilled in all areas of fighting. So on the ground, you need to have good jiu-jitsu. You need to be a good wrestler. You need to be good standing. Also, you need to take as many fights as possible, gain that experience, and just grow and avoid absolutely nobody. Take the stairs. But can you tell me, because Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands is a very well organized promotion. You're doing a phenomenal job there. Can you
Thanks.
tell me what are the ambitions with your organizations? Like, where would you like to take Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands to? What is the goal?
Like I said, bro, there are no shortcuts. So my advice is also an advice to me. I take it step by step. We're doing it like so we scheduled until the end of the year, like until 2024. Sorry, I was so, and then after that we're gonna see, man. We have some plans, but I cannot share it because it's not worked out yet. But yeah, the sky's the limit, bro. You see, where we're at now. We're not, the Cage Warriors Lowlands Academy has not been that long yet, and we're doing good stuff. My goal was like build people and then send them to Cage Warriors or other bigger organizations. So also with my management, but if it's not through my management, I love to help my people. I'm Turkish Dutch. I was born here, so these are my people. So I want to help everybody get to the next level. If it's in there, I'm there to help you. So that's my personal goal. But event wise, the sky's the limit, bro. I'm
Mhm.
just getting started, homie.
So you don't want to reveal too much, but you're saying that you have a lot of contacts, a lot of connections. Your goal is to help these boys and girls to reach a high level as fighters. I was always curious to know, because it's Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands. Do you have like a specific connection with Cage Warriors, the English or the British organization? Are you like having a deeper connection, or what is the relationship between you and Cage Warriors?
Yes, of course, man. Yeah, yeah, I have very good communication with the matchmaker of Cage Warriors Lowlands, of Cage Warriors, the big shows. I'm sending some names like, okay, watch this kid, watch this kid, good. But they also have their own way of work. You cannot like put the thousands of fighters in Cage Warriors, but we are like selecting some fighters who can, maybe join that organization. And there are more bigger organizations, so but yeah, we have a good communication, and they are of course like the main league, but we're building the fighters up who might go to Cage Wars. So that's actually the deal. And again, like if it's not Cage Wars, we can go elsewhere. There's a lot of in these days, you have a lot of opportunities. So
Mhm.
yeah, if it's not Cage Wars, we can put you elsewhere. What's your origin actually?
My
Uh,
origin,
yeah.
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Okay, 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 good, good. Now we just actually put a Cage Warriors Academy veteran called Shamil Irisbiev and a big Balkan organization called FNC in Croatia. He has a
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He has like a good opponent from that region. Bojkovic was his name, I guess. It's like a little bit of a trash talker, but it's gonna be a good fight. But there's like an example. Shamil fought his ass off at Cage Warriors Lowlands. Like he built a name, and now yeah, he's going to the next level. So that is one of the examples that we have. But there are like more fighters coming ahead. So
Hmm. I have a lot of you're doing, and you just gave an example of a person who fought at Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands and now is fighting on a higher level. So there is a path. You are showing that there is a path that you can actually grow from this organization. But can you tell me, because you yourself were also a fighter, you are also a professional fighter, and you fought actually against Zubair Tukhugov. That's something I saw very interesting. He's a UFC fighter, a very close friend to Khabib. But I wanted to ask you, why did you choose to make that transition from fighting, being a fighter, and to have your own organization? And what is your why? Like, what motivates you to do what you do?
bro, I just the sport like guided me the right way, and I was like, I started very late, I started like when I was 28 or something, but I had to do something, back in the days when I was young, I did some karate, some kickboxing, but after that was only like partying and stuff. So, but I needed something to hold on to, and that was actually MMA. And every time I had a fight, it was going well in my life. Let's just leave it with that. So that's why I took those fights. And while and I started to get addicted to fighting actually, because I was actually still an amateur when I fought Tukura. Let's be honest, people know me, but I was like my mind. I had like a crazy mind. I had to like do stuff. I fought more crazy guys. I was also like Shamil Zovrov. I fought him in Chechnya in like an arena with like I don't know like 3,000 Chechens, in front of Kadyrov. That was also an experience. But besides that, I started to do those fights and I saw these events. I was like, man, why don't we have that over here? Like so and that kind of like started to ring a bell in my head, and from the one came another, and but we've been doing this for 11 or 12 years. So back in the days wasn't that big, of course. It was more like kickboxing and then like a few MMA fights in the ring, and yeah, stuff just evolved, man, and yeah, here we at now. So
Mhm.
this, and again, like the sky is the limit. Let's just see where we are in like 2 years.
I'm very curious to know because you have fought, you said, in Chechnya, in front of Kadyrov, in front of 3,000 Chechen people. I'm curious to know if you compare the pressure before fighting and the pressure now when you organize the fights. When were you more nervous? Before you fought yourself, or before the event is about to start now at Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands?
To be honest, I have like in this case, you're like an organizer, but you have to like, okay, you do this, you do that, but actually you don't have like 100% control. With fighting, bro, we're not for Zaburo. I was like alone on my homie there, Hiram Rodriguez. He's also like, yeah, we were like two guys flying around the world fighting anybody. But we were like together there, and then Team Habib came. But I don't know, like 30 guys. They were standing there. They were like, we're like kind of like in the same room. And first I had to go up, and then they. There was pressure, but that pressure was different because you're gonna hit a guy. You can express your feelings. In this case, if you're nervous, you cannot hit anybody. You just have to, eat it up and try to guide your people. Okay, please do it again. Please do it like this. So I don't know. It's a little bit different, but I like the fighting more because you can go and hit a guy, and at the end of the day, you can relieve all the stress you have in the cage. So it's a little bit different, but of course, we're not the youngest anymore, and I think this is now better for me. Just organizing stuff. I'm done fighting, man.
But can you tell me? 16, you said, in fight you could express yourself. That gave you the freedom to express yourself, but
Yeah.
to express your feelings. But now, when you organize the events, can you tell me what are the obstacles? Like, what happens, for example, oh, the microphone is not working, or can you give me some examples of things that just don't work and you have to take care of the last moment?
Nah, those stuff are pretty okay. Usually the mics work, and if they don't work, we got a technical guy. What can happen? Usually it's like with the fighters, oh, my gloves aren't whatever, all those stuff. Or a fighter is not ready yet, all those stuff. But we got a time schedule. They got to hold on to. So that's like the main thing. Because event wise, we're pretty organized. We got a very good team. We got our event coordinator, Stephanie. She's doing a great job. And yeah, actually, it's we're like a machine. Once we enter the building, everybody knows what to do. We're like very organized, with that. What can go wrong is like, yeah, usually with the fighters, but that is also going well. We inform them correctly. Like they have to hold on to the schedule they have because they have enough time to prepare. Like at the day of the fight, but yeah, sometimes stuff happen. We're all human, and that's the main thing. Sometimes happen that the fighters are not ready and they don't, show up on time in the cage.
Mm-hmm.
But you tell me, man. You're a commentator. You're a color commentator. So you tell me, how do you experience your first event at Cage Warriors Lowlands?
I mean, to be honest, the I'm very impatient because I've also fought once for that organization.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Now I'm commentating for this organization. I'm very impressed because it's very professional, and you know the atmosphere is crazy. Like the fans, there are a lot of fans, and it's a crazy atmosphere. People are enjoying themselves. The show, the fights are always entertaining. I'm very honestly, I'm very impressed by the organization and what you have created there, and it keeps getting better. It's getting better and better. It's growing, which is amazing. But
Thank
I
you.
was curious. I was curious to know because you organize a lot of fights. Like there are maybe at least 20 fights per event. Actually, you're planning even more, but because somebody got
Yeah,
sick.
yeah, yeah.
But can you tell me, like, how do you organize that? Like, how do you reach all those fighters? How do you match make them? How do you do that?
You know. Yeah, I guess I'm too long in the game, bro. I kind of like know everybody from here to France. So our goal was in the beginning, like the Lowlands. The Lowlands are like Belgium and Holland, but the Germans are coming, like from good gyms, also like UFD in Düsseldorf. They have a lot of UFC fighters, etc. From there until France, we got, yeah. From the one comes the other, this also like the scene where you're in, where you're at. We are connected by fighting. I sometimes we don't speak their language, but we understand the game. So I talk with French guys, with German guys, of course in English, but they translate, etc. So at one point we understand each other. But I think that's the main thing because we're all in the same game. We all want to achieve the same thing, like getting the fighters better, and that's why it makes it easy for me actually to match up guys. Again, it was a little bit hard. I was also a little bit nervous. Like, can I do this? But I guess we can, because like every event is booming and it's getting better and better. You know why? Because I'm not building like one fighter. I'm building maybe like 5 to 10 fighters at the same time. Because again, I don't have to manage every fighter, but there are a few guys who I manage. But besides that, I want to bring the best of everybody, to a higher level. I don't think people see this. I want to match everybody equally, not like one fighter's much better than the other fighter, so he can kick his ass too easily. I want competitive fights, and I think people see that in me, and I think that's why we're getting bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm. You're organizing competitive fights and you want to take care of everybody. Can you tell me, like, because you're also the manager of some of the fighters, if I understand you correctly?
Yeah,
um,
but not too much. I don't want too much. Like a
no,
handful of guys is enough.
yeah. But I'm very curious to know, like, the position of a manager. What is it that the manager does? Like, what does a manager do? What is the job of a manager? What does he do?
But what I do in my case, no, I'm fortunate to have an organization and be a manager. I can build the guys myself. But again, I always match equally. If you watch fighters, you can look at the records like kind of like equally. And then at one point, we're done in mine organization. Then I bring them to the next level, and we can go to whatever you want in Europe. We always start with Europe. We go to Germany, France, in this case Croatia or Finland, whatever. Where I know where the organizations are. So first you have to become the king of the Lowlands, then the king of Europe, and then the king of the world, bro. I once said that something to you, right? You gotta go step by step, bro.
You know, I still remember it. I actually told many of my friends about that particular quote. So first become the king in the village, and then become the king in the country, in the land.
Sure.
Like, I remember, I honestly, this is something which stuck to my mind. Honestly, it's a very good quote, and you're very right about it. But I wanted to ask you, because this is the sixth Cage Warriors event, Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands event. What is your plan? How many events will you organize per year? Do you have like a specific targets? How often can we see Cage Academy
Well,
Lowlands?
well, 6 events in a year. We had like from January until the summer. We have four and two after the summer. That's it. I think and next year is gonna be the same probably because yeah, I guess people need it, man. So I guess it's like also like a therapy for these kids, man. So yeah, until if the events are full, we're gonna keep on doing. And six per year is the max. I'm gonna be. I actually want to do five, but we had like an event in February, like it was like a VIP event, but that didn't work out like the way I wanted. So I canceled that one, and we made that a Cage Warriors event. And now we're at six because actually I want to do five, but it's six now, I guess. So I think six is the max. But hey, who knows? If people want it, we'll do it. What you gonna do? I got you guys. If you want it, you can get it. It's no problem for me.
And my last question. So, in short, what can we expect May the 6th? What is your message to the Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands fans, to the fighters who are also about to compete, and to the public, of course? What can we expect from that event?
Well, again, there's going to be two title fights. We're going to have a great welterweight German pro fighter making his comeback after years. So it's going to be a lot of fights, especially like the main card is insane. Like again, all those all those fighters who are on the main card. They've been building themselves up from the prelims until the main card, the main event card. Not, I'm sorry. So a lot of fights are like high level. So yeah, that's the thing. So keep doing your things. I got you guys. If you wanna like grow, I'm your guy.
You hope that you added a new commentator to the team, Tommy, who is actually a professional MMA fighter. I
Yeah.
also looked at his Instagram. He has trained with Gilbert Burns and with also with Vicente Luque, with those guys. I mean, you're trying to bring professionalism in all areas.
Yeah.
So what you say, sky is the limit. You don't want to give me too much information, but if you look 5 years from now, like, what have you achieved? Not only with the organization, but also with, let's say, with the fighters. Like, what will we say over 5 years over Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands and over some of the fighters who fought there?
So I don't know where we at in 5 years, but I think step by step. If it's not this, it'll be something else. So I'm not worried about making events, but my goal is like bringing people from this area to the highest level. That would like really make me proud, and not for myself, but more for them. And yeah, you know, know what makes me happy? To make people happy. So if I can make them happy, that makes me happy. And so that's it, man. That's so. My goal is like getting people from this area, get the best out of them, and then guide them the right way, and hopefully maybe they become champions in big organizations. That's my goal. And events wise, I think we'll be here forever if I want to. So if I want to, we'll be here forever. I think. But yeah, let's just see what happens, man. Maybe I'll be done in 1 year. Maybe I'll be done in 10 years. So let's just see. I'm just staying true to myself and you know take it step by step. But yeah, for now we're still here, man. Don't worry.
Of course, your biggest goal is to help as many fighters as possible to break to reach a high level, to make a career, a successful career. And that's a very very good goal, because we need this more in the Netherlands. We need more people like you who try to help MMA grow, because on this MMA scene there is still a lack of top quality, and now what you're bringing is top quality. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that as many fighters as possible break to the big organizations and reach the top. And I wish all the best to Cage Warriors Academy Lowlands.
Thanks, bro. Hey, one question for you. When you gonna make your comeback, bro? When is the comeback?
Oh, there is no comeback, bro. Now
Okay, okay,
I'm going to conquer sport journalism. That's my goal.
okay.
This is my
Very
goal.
good, man. But look,
That's
what you just did, I kind of like did the same. So you were also a fighter. You also did your thing. You got that experience, and that can make you a very good journalist. You still have to like build up your thing. But that's what you just did. I actually did that in the past too. I like it, get to know the game and invented it better. So I wish you all the best. I hope you do the same in your thing. And I'm gonna see you also 6th of May. I love you. I love to have you also on my team. You're a very good, nice, polite, and a good kid who knows what he's talking about. That's the most important thing.
I appreciate it. What we can do is we can actually do an interview live on location. Maybe, yeah, maybe on the 6th of May, or maybe I'm curious when you have time. We can just do, let's say, a 10-minute, 15-minute interview, like in real life, with the professional
Yes, no
camera.
problem. No
We can
problem.
make
No problem. No
actually.
problem.
Now that you are saying, you know what we can do? We can do it in the cage. We can see that me and you in the cage with the
Yeah.
with professional cameras and stuff. We can make a quality interview, like a solid, because these online conversations, they're nice, but like in the cage under the lights with the cameras and stuff, that would be even better.
Let's just see what's possible. Like let's just see. In the cage can be a little bit harder because of like we got that time schedule. But let's see, man. We got a press room, huh? You haven't been there. We got a press room in the back. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, we'll work out something. There's no problem. I'll make time for you.
Okay, I appreciate it. And yeah,
Yes,
we'll
yes.
see each other 6th of May, and good luck, of course.
You too, bro. Thanks.
You.
Love.